Okay, we are back, at least temporarily.
I think.
We think. Our fingers are crossed. Apologies, everyone. We've had some technical difficulties first with the sound and now with the entire camera setup. But we're back. We're back, baby.
For as long as it lasts.
Yeah. In the meantime, we've had our artists already at work at the first question. So for everyone in the audience who did not actually hear the question, doodly-doo, it was knock, knock, knocking on the castle door. Sometimes in battle, a general has to improvise, much like we do on our live streams. Draw an unusual device that an army could use to lay siege to a castle. So I'll repeat that again one more time. So yes, again, slight technical hiccup, but we're back and drawing unusual siege engines. Appreciate everyone's patience. As mentioned while we were off air, I can only blame my dad jokes and the internet self-destructing in self-defense. But so it goes.
They missed our whole point, section where we figured out what dark matter was.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Our deep talk, what we doodle.
So yeah, we missed. I think we missed the entirety of last month. So it's good to be back. We're just we're slightly out of our order here. So, but again, our artists this week: Stan, Tyler Jacobson, which I believe is son of Jacob.
Yeah, in old Norse terminology.
Who is that Jacob guy?
I don't know. He's a Viking.
And Richard Witters.
Yeah, like as in magical wizard.
It's Witters. I thought it was Withers.
No, it's Witters.
It's like a horse's withers.
It is withering.
I've known you for so long, and I'll just learn new things every day.
I like how little you care.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Oh.
He's not wrong.
So yes, we will alternately blame Tito, as always, for any technical issues. Although, Tyler, this is your first time here, so...
Oh yeah, it might be my fault.
Man.
Although I did do a craft tags with Danny Hartel.
Oh yeah, that's
a few
right.
weeks ago.
And how many times did our cameras go down then? How many times, Tyler?
I think 8 or 9. I'm not sure. Lost count.
Well, and clearly it's not you. That's just normal.
Greg Tito is inconsiderate.
All right, again, our artists are joined, knock, knock, knocking on the castle door. Sometimes in battle, a general has to improvise. Draw an unusual device that an army could use to lay siege to a castle. There's got to be some historical context for this, too, I imagine.
Mine has none.
I'm doing a really historical battering ram.
Really?
Yeah.
In the heat of battle, I bet armies have trebucheted any number of odd things over the walls.
And by
Done.
historical, I mean it's a rhino.
Mine is just a rhino.
Are we actually?
Rhino too?
Are we putting out? Are we putting out a signal? Because all I can see is.
Yes, yes.
All
we
right,
are,
good.
But the feedback monitor is
Feedback monitor's down.
still down.
But here's mine.
Yes,
Oh,
sorry,
man.
the prompt.
All right.
The
You get to
prompt
draw another
was
one while we finish.
unusual siege engines. And our highly scientific process is we have no set time limit or rhyme or reason.
We just keep going.
Okay. So
Everyone's still. Oh, maybe I'll draw another one.
in about 14 hours, I'll be done.
Right. We work exclusively in oils, so I don't know how long that's going to take you, but
Just putting in my underdrawing right now. I'll get an underpainting in at hour 15.
in the meantime, for folks that are patiently watching as we attempt to stay alive here, but I think we will be. Our next question is going to ask for I'm not going to read the whole question, but we're going to need some monsters. So if there is a particular monster that you would love to see drawn, and I won't say in what way, But we're taking nominations now for the next question.
You're smooth there, Bart. That's
In what way?
That sounds terrible.
I don't want to spoil what the. I don't want to spoil how they're going to be drawn.
I'm going to draw it analog.
So you guys have an idea of what might. Ooh, that's a good one. Flump comes up every week because Lauren Obo Crazy is in chat.
Is she in there?
Of course, she helps moderate. The Oblex.
Oh no. You guys are going to have to describe some of these to me. I can't remember them all.
We're going to have to use.
Well, we're going to have to use our,
reference.
because I don't look them up too.
You can phone a friend.
But Bart's going to give us several choices because he's got so much time.
I am. Our wonderful audience has a never-ending offering of choices. So again, while our artists are hard at work on their first question, unusual siege engines, we're taking candidates for monsters for the next question. Has not quite been clarified, but any and all monster suggestions.
All will be revealed later.
Appreciated.
What monster would you like to see us mess up somehow?
We've got Flump,
Reinvent.
Mimic, Rust Monster, the Oblex, the Gorgon, the Gif. Gif is a new hotness these days. The Fomorian, the Illithid, Fairy Dragon, Boulette. I think this is Medusa, but it's spelled Mad-dusa, which I kind of like.
Oh, man.
An angry Medusa is a Mad-dusa.
You guys are all done. I lose.
The Dire Llama, the Blown Claw, the Red Dragon, the Skull Lord, the Grell.
Is the Dire Llama a thing?
It is now! It's a super thing. As if to make Pelham's job even harder, he is also... And
Mine, Pelham. Don't forget mine.
Did you sign yours, Richie?
No, I put for Bart. Because it's for you, Bart.
Oh,
This one's for you, Bart.
much appreciated, as always.
We're looking at Richard's now.
All right, Richard, who do we have on the screen here? What are we looking at? Unusual siege engines.
Yeah, it's like a spotty-butted rhino with a goblin up front. He also has a slight tuft of hair behind him so the goblin can lean back and relax. And it's unusual because upon impact the goblin will probably end its own being.
He's not wearing a seatbelt, is he?
Yeah, because I don't know. Do you know how fast rhinos can run?
I do. And I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, then 100 miles per hour.
I was going to believe you. And if that's worth anything.
They run as fast as any number I'm about to spit out.
Yeah.
And then you guys won't, the chat will know because they can look it up, but you guys will not know.
All right.
It's very few,
It's going to show up.
little known
yeah,
fact
this
that
is
rhinos can run 45 miles an hour.
Stan, we're looking at your answer.
Look at a battering dwarf. And that's just a dwarf tied to the front of a big log and a bunch of other dwarves charging forward.
That's a very dwarf-like endeavor.
That's right.
Too.
The traditional battering dwarf.
Can you put your head down? All right. And last but not least, we have Tyler Jacobson.
So it shows up.
Yeah, he should show up okay.
Wait, here's my second one.
Oh, we got 2 for the price of 0.
Oh, there it
Oh.
is. It's a hammer bore.
Hammer bore. Can't touch this.
You know.
Oh, wow.
It sort of has a hammer on the front of its face.
Now, was it tied on there?
Is it?
Or was he specifically
He's read that way.
crossbred with a
Conveniently,
hammer?
Its horn grows
Yeah.
like a hammer shape.
Well, then you're yeah.
What are the odds?
You've got to be implemented as a siege weapon if you grow with a hammer.
Very
You
convenient
think-
creature to domesticate.
All right, and then we just have a goblin thrower.
Yeah, get them over the wall.
Just get them over the wall, and that's going to scare everyone out of there.
Let them. Both Indian and Sumatran rhinos, and this thank you chat, may attain running speeds of 40 kilometers per hour, 25 miles per hour. Perhaps more.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for the conversion.
I think if you rewind the
So that they can maintain that, which means they probably can charge. They can charge faster than that. Right? They maintain 25.
Attain. They attain running speeds of 40
Okay.
kilometers per
Well
hour.
then,
Wow.
that's still pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
How
as
can
always,
something so big move so
congratulations!
fast?
You've now survived your first round of Dungeons and Doodles. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
we only had 2 technical
My
issues,
hands
and
It was a sprint.
so moving on to question number 2, we asked for some. We asked for some suggestions for monsters. So the question was, and.
Question is, because no one knows what is it. What's the dang question?
It was My Little Monstrosity, and this is where I'm going to horribly mispronounce Chiba? Chibi. See, there you go. Chibi. Chibi versions of horrible creatures are all the rage on t-shirts, vinyl figures, and other collectible items. Can you draw a cute version of a blank that can take the merchandise world by storm? So we had some awesome suggestions on the list here. I'll run through them all, and if one strikes your fancy, I'd say we'll just assign it out that way. So we had Flumph, a Mimic, a Rust Monster, the Oblex, a Gorgon, Medusa, a Fomorian, the Illithid, a Bone Claw, a Gif, Thrycreen, a Sturge, a Gnome Automaton, a Modron, a Tortle, a Beholder. We still have Invisible Stalker.
Was that GIF or GIF?
GIF.
With an F.
Yes.
Okay.
Not the animated.
Not the animated skeleton, because that's not cute. I mean, although that would be a challenge.
We've got Roxasha, Unnatural Swarms. I think we mentioned the Dire Llama, Myconoid.
Oh man, I'm going to start with a GIF.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do a Gorgon.
A Gorgon?
Or a Medusa. Wait, are they the same?
No. The Gorgon.
You're talking about classical mythology.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always wondered
exactly.
this one because in D&D
D&D,
lore,
it's very, in classical mythology, what we call a Medusa was a creature named Medusa that was a Gorgon.
Yes.
In D&D, a Medusa is that type of thing, and a Gorgon is a flame-spitting...
A gas-spewing, iron-clad, steel-clad bull.
Okay, I want to do a Medusa then.
A Medusa or a Mad Medusa?
A Mad Medusa? Oh, it's going to be both.
I'm doing a Tortle.
The Tortle.
This has to be Chibi?
Chibi. Cute,
Is that
just
right?
cute. It doesn't have to be Chibi.
Cute.
It's going to be cute.
Baby.
Yeah.
Again, thanks everyone for your suggestions. Stan, if I'm not going to distract you too much, you spent a fair bit of time in Japan. Is that where the phrase comes from?
Yes. Chibi is just a little. It's a term for that small body, big head, completely. Well, generally is now called super deformed. Over here, is pretty close to what Chibi is.
And over there, is it specifically applied towards characters, or just anything?
It's like a Chibi version of your character. So, like you'll often see in anime or manga where it'll be a normal thing, and all of a sudden you'll have a section where they pop down to these small-bodied things. Yeah, that's just called Chibi. Chibi art, Chibi style.
Chibi.
Or so that was 20 years ago when I was there, and things change.
I learn something new every day. I've never heard the.
You've never heard the term Chibi?
I've heard cute and little. I've never heard Chibi.
Oh, you've heard
the
of cute
regular
and
English
little.
I've heard rumors of things cute and little. I've never actually seen one, but
Heard cute and little.
my world is large and monstrous. It's a living hell, but somewhere out there is a cute little thing. It might be a cute little Medusa. It might be a cute little GIF, or it might be a cute little twirl. Who knows? My mind is about to be blown by whatever is about to be created.
Well, this will either be cute or horrifying. One of these.
They're not mutually exclusive, you know.
And the puns have begun. The Chiberine Mouther. Well done, evil scientist.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Well done. Oh no, that was Mazmataz. Sorry.
That's
I'm crediting the people that also enjoyed the joke. Mazmataz, you can see on the D&D channel as well on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. Pacific for Hell's Bells. So, as always, I would highly encourage everyone to tune in on Sundays. Enjoy some good D&D gaming. Speaking of which, while folks are continuing their drawing, a couple of quick announcements. Issue 20 of Dragon Plus is available now for free, as always, on iOS, Android, and at dragonmag.com. Content includes behind-the-scenes coverage of the Stream of Many Eyes, which took place in early June down in Los Angeles. Some cartoons as well from Jason Thompson for the Yugoloths. And from the Adventure Zone, a comic preview for Here There Be Gerblins and their playable adventure Return to the Test of Initiation. So that's Dragon Plus issue 20, which is available now. Issue 21 will be available early August. I want to say the very first week on or around August 6th.
Any previews on what we're going to see in there?
Yes. So I'm just doing it off the top of my head. So we wanted to do a bit of a kids special issue. So we're going to be talking to some of the clubs and organizations that play and teach Dungeons and Dragons with kids. We're also going to be talking to the designer of the Oblex in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Nolan Whale. And talking more about our Extra Life activities, which will be kicking off quite shortly for 2018. Jason Thompson, we asked him to create a cartoon map, and he went and created an entire adventure, The Six Faces of Death. So that will also be in issue 21. Further coverage of the DM's Guild, one of my favorite platforms in Dungeons and Dragons. I believe Sean Merwin will be doing more coverage of material in the DM's Guild.
Done.
And we're done. And more. Many more things. Maps, preview content from Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and so much more.
I can't keep up with this pace, you guys.
Well, you'll notice later when we go back and look at them, there won't be any questions to whose are better than. Mine are just there first.
So again, the question was, My Little Monstrosity, Chibi versions of horrible creatures are all the rage on t-shirts, vinyl figures, and other collectible items. Please draw a cute version of a blank that can take the merchandise world by storm. And we
got
have
a Chibi GIF.
The GIF. We love the GIF.
He's so cute. And he's got a gun.
Now he's Chibi GIF. So what does his gun shoot?
Oh, it just shoots. It's
Not rubber bands or anything like that?
Just goes bang.
Oh, you know, they wind up with the blackened faces with their hair out.
Oh, yeah. It's inevitably. The inevitable backfiring blunderbuss.
Right.
Was that ever a historical gun?
A blunderbuss?
Why, in God's name, why did it have a funnel that opened out?
So they could hit everything.
Is that what it would, to spray the shot as wide as possible?
I believe so.
I think
You
so.
can pack anything inside of them and shoot it. It doesn't require bullets.
It's also it was a boarding and a defensive weapon because you could just.
So for folks that might not have heard Pelham's answer, which disturbing that he knew that. somewhere in his house he has a blunderbuss. Yes, it's a shrapnel gun, as was mentioned. You could pack anything into down the barrel of it and shoot it out. Forks, I suppose, whatever you want. Nails, easy to load. So there you go.
Chibis.
It's an educational program we run around here.
I'm almost there, guys. You just gotta
No
wait.
worries.
You just gotta wait.
Worth waiting for.
Oh, you lied to I thought these were
that
for
looks
me,
very
Richard.
pretty.
You lied to me. This one's for Tyler.
Don't build it up. Don't
No,
build
the
it
other
up.
one was for you.
I know. I thought they were all for me. I'm a greedy man.
No, that one's for Tyler.
I broke out
what-
the brush pen, so stuff's going down.
And Richard, we're about to put up your chibi. What are we looking at here?
Aww.
He's a turtle.
Aw.
He's a turtle.
He's just a baby.
And how many chibi turtles make it to the ocean when they're hatched?
Probably not many.
Aw.
It depends on how many seagulls are around.
Goblins eat them.
But to help defend his journey, he's clearly armed with a penknife,
Yeah, no, that's a spear.
spear of some sort.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they slowly.
It's
they
a tiny
still-
little spear.
It's a training spear. It's a training spear. You know, I can't teach you about the science part.
It's not the science hour. Come on.
It's more vocabulary. Wow, that's going to relate directly to our last question, because you will all teach me something, and everyone at home, everyone watching on their computers and
I
monitors.
feel like
Alright,
every day
we've
we
done
have to
it.
guide you.
I
get that a
I'd
lot.
buy that. I'd buy a vinyl figure of that. Look at that.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wait.
So while we're about to put up Tyler's answer for My Little Monstrosity, just jumping ahead really quickly, we will be looking for suggestions this time for an animal. And we'll go ahead and spoil this one a bit. We're looking for animals, unlike the turtle, unlike the GIF, an animal that has not yet been anthropomorphized within the
D&D canon.
D&D canon. So if folks listening have suggestions for animals that have not been D&D anthropomorphized, which I think is a pretty good tip-off to the question about to come.
Are they giving you cool ones?
Oh, they always do.
We're looking at Tyler's now.
Yeah, it's a
Look at that.
Chibi
Tell us
Medusa.
about what we got there, Tyler.
Oh,
Chibi Medusa with a huge bow.
She's got a really big bow.
Oh.
It kind of hits her in the face when she tries to fire it.
That would be
Or
very fun.
snakes get tangled in it.
She's got to stand on something in order to use that.
Yeah. She only does horizontal.
Oh, because she's cool.
Yeah.
so she's chibi. Are her snakes still poisonous, or are they cute,
No, they just
garden
blow
snakes?
little like rainbow bubbles. Which you can't see in the drawing, but
They're
just imagine them there.
It's there in the concept.
in my mind. All right. Well, thank you everyone for the chibi drawings. We're going to jump into the next question. I think we're going to have time for one more question, and then the last one is kind of a different format for this week. But for this question, we had hopefully Legal's not listening. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Heroes in a Half Shell.
All of a sudden, Marty comes storming through the door.
Yeah.
You can't say that!
The Heroes in a Half Shell are all ninjas, but in a D&D, a party needs a variety of different characters. We're putting together an adventuring party made up entirely of anthropomorphic creatures, humanoid versions of common animals, or uncommon animals, or really any animals. We would like you each to draw a character of one of these animals I'm about to list out, and then we'll create an adventuring party that will be based on your three characters. So I'm just going to. So again, an animal that has not been D&D anthropomorphized. We've got. I'll just read them off straight from chat here. We've got, and some of these may or may not be anthropomorphized already. We'll find out. A wolf. I feel like that's might be a werewolf. The llama, ant, penguin, armadillo, giraffe, Okapi.
What?
You know, isn't that kind of a African deer that has weird...
Oh, okay.
Like a dick.
You watch it there.
What?
It's a family-friendly chat. Spider, badger, wombat, beaver, alligator, the jackalope or the platypus.
Is that all one? Is that all one?
That's a heck of a creature right there.
A jackapus, platylope, Tasmanian devil, hummingbird, panda, wombat, snail. We were just
talking about snails earlier.
here's another vote for the platypus, the pangolin, platypus. Somebody really wants to put. There's 3 platypus votes for that one. Jellyfish, Tasmanian tiger, the bear, toucan, capybara.
That's a lot of
All right, does anyone, what do we think? Anyone have anything that's reaching out to you?
Yeah, any takers on any of these?
These got to be like Ninja Turtles?
No,
like,
any character class you would like, just an anthropomorphized.
You're anthropomorphizing it.
I want to do the giraffe, I think.
All right,
Okay.
what kind of, you want a giraffe fighter or a giraffe?
Oh yeah, giraffe
fighter?
barbarian.
Okay, giraffe barbarian. What about you, Richard?
We still have a few. Opossum, weasel, jackrabbit, squirrel, hedgehog. I don't know if gazebo counts. Octopus, reindeer, anteater, another platypus.
On an anteater, warlock.
All right.
I'll do a platypus cleric.
All righty. Again, thank you everyone in chat for your many fine suggestions. I suppose in the many years and editions of Dungeons and Dragons, one of these creatures might have been anthropomorphized, but they're not calling to mind either a giraffe, an anteater, or a platypus. So again, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the heroes in a half shell are all ninjas, but in a D&D party. In D&D, a party needs a variety of different characters. We're putting together an adventuring party made up entirely of anthropomorphic creatures, which would be a super awesome adventuring party, I gotta admit. Humanoid versions of common, uncommon, or any animals. Draw a character of the following anthropomorphic animal. And based on chat's nominations, we have Tyler doing a giraffe, Richard doing an anteater, and Stan with the platypus. One of my favorite monsters. One of my favorite animals because they're so doggone weird. Some other choices we did not get to, but we'll save them for future reference. The salamander, the guinea pig, aardvark, liger. They're magical. Kangaroo, centipedes, T-Rex, the house centipede. Is that different than a centipede? Some squirrel. I got some good, some squirrels in here.
Squirrels would have been great.
So yes, again, as always, we highly, highly, highly encourage folks that would love to do their doodles at home to take on the questions as well, and please Twitter your results to us on the D&D Twitter feed. We'd love to see what you might be doodling as well. Turkey, like that one.
Or send stuff to Bart's personal email that I'll tweet out later. Yes.
Well, we found Pelham's on last hour's live stream. Some other announcements really quickly, and I'm going to look to Pelham here for this weekend. We've announced the event, okay, and all the times and everything, so I'm not going to spoil it too much. This weekend, we will be live streaming the Dice Camera Action Acquisition Inc. crossover. This will be a series of games that will be taking place on both the D&D and the Penny Arcade Twitch channels, starting this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. That will be, so they'll be across both channels. We'll either be streaming directly from the D&D channel or we'll be hosting the Penny Arcade channel. So you could tune in to the D&D channel all weekend and they'll say the same thing. You could tune in all weekend to the Penny Arcade channel, but we
know which one is really better.
Yeah, but you want to be here on the D&D channel. No, it's all for fun. I believe the proceeds from.
I thought it was all for charity.
It is. It will be for charity. The bits that will be taking place, especially in the Penny Arcade games, will be donated to charity. So again, Game 1 for the DCA Inc. crossover this weekend on Saturday. Game 1 at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. That will be a Penny Arcade game. And then at 1 p.m. Pacific, that will be our first DCA D&D game. 2:30 Pacific, Game 3 will be continuing our D&D game. At 4 p.m., we'll switch back to our next Penny Arcade game. And then at 5:30, we'll have a bit of a table talk discussion with all participants from D&D and Penny Arcade. But that's not all. On Sunday, 2:30 Pacific, 2:30 to 5:30 Pacific on the D&D and the Penny Arcade channels. It will be the finale for the DCA Acquisition Inc. crossover event. I think Jerry and Chris have some wild shenanigans in store. So yes, if you'd like to tune in for some extra cool D&D gaming, please do so this weekend.
So are they just going to be tag teaming off, the two of them, doing DMing chores, or?
I guess we'll have to tune in to see. They'll be tag teaming the DMing chores, at least for day 1. And one group, one DM, then they'll switch to the other group and the other DM, and then we'll see how the groups interact. We'll see how the games collide and impact one another, and then I have no idea. I'm not being aloof. I have no idea what they have planned for the finale.
I figured you'd be aloof. I was just trying to set you up.
You've highlighted my ignorance yet again, Stan. Coy. I'm not trying to be coy. That's what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, everyone should watch them because nobody really watches those guys.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, like when
They
we're
need a
doing
little
stuff. Yeah, so go watch them. Throw them a little bit of pity.
Can be for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is announced yet, but in a formal capacity. But we'll be talking about this in the days ahead. San Diego Comic-Con is also this month, July 19th through the 22nd. So we will be doing a bit of live streaming from San Diego Comic-Con as well. Nathan Stewart will be at the show talking to various folks. Pelham Green will be at the show running
Pelham
things.
Green?
Pelham Green from a technical side. So we will get more formal dates and times of exactly when to tune in, but we will be live streaming from San Diego Comic-Con this year on the D&D channel as well. And I believe, hopefully this isn't too much of a spoiler, but I believe they're looking to set up a Dungeons and Doodles session on the road down in Comic-Con.
What?
Really?
Yes.
They're not inviting us? Man.
I didn't get an invite. I'm going to be right here. But,
I will be there, but I won't be there for that. So I'm there for something else.
Well, good to know. So yeah, if you're in San Diego Comic-Con, be sure to stop by and see Tyler Jacobson and.
If that's going on, I'm going to get myself down to San Diego and I'm just going to crash it.
I will be there signing a book for Viz, who did the Magic Dominari art book. So I'll be there signing that book.
Super cool.
Are we allowed to mention Magic? This is another product in this building.
Yeah, we'll give them some love.
Could throw them a bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, they could use our help.
No, we had Mr. Matt Cavada on a couple of sessions ago. Stan, you used to live in Japan. You used to live in San Diego as well.
That's true. It's like my whole life coming back to haunt me.
Does Nathan realize that Dungeons and Doodles is going to copyright us, and he's going to get into some legal issues? And
well, we're already getting sued by the
permission.
creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's only so much. We have in the legal funds.
If you want my help with that, you might want to invite me down.
So again, we're looking at anthropomorphized characters, and then we're not going to get to D&D.
D&D,
Richie, we're speaking your language.
What are you talking about, eh?
But
you guys are hosers.
What do you think?
No way.
Do you guys think
Oh,
that a
that's
barbarian
awesome.
giraffe would have nipples?
Wait,
I kind of covered my mic there a little bit when I
Wait,
said
wait. It's a mammal.
It is.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't know
like
why
5
he
nipples.
wouldn't have nipples unless they were carved off in a horrible
Well, accidents happen.
accident. Yeah.
How do you spell platypus? P-L-A-T-Y?
Platypus. The platypus.
I'm gonna give this a little chest hair too on this barbarian.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Now I want to play one.
Now that you've said that, we're not going to show it. You'll never get to see it.
Yep.
Ah, but you're wrong because there's an overhead camera on you right now, and they've already been watching what you're drawing. See, again,
So they saw me make all those mistakes.
All right, done.
I tried to erase them.
as the pun for your barbarian accidents happen.
Can I look up at this camera? Is this for real or are you joking?
No, it's not on you right
Yeah,
now,
it's
but
like-
there is a camera right now.
It's like
That's a
here.
sprinkler.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, does anyone want to see my bald spot?
They already did.
Yeah, see?
They've been looking right down on me drawing.
Yep.
I didn't agree to this.
And who do we have here on
We have
screen?
the platypus cleric who's summoning divine powers from the sun god Platypalor.
Nice.
He's got some. He's rocking the eyebrows in a way I'm digging here. So that's. I like that. All right. So in your games at home, if you would like to play Platypus Cleric, we've got a
We got a character illo
sketch.
just for you.
coming soon to D&D Beyond.
Oh,
soon.
look at that.
And Mr. Witters.
It's an anteater wizard.
Aw.
Oh, I meant to put anteater.
So yes, is he an anteater or an aunt-eater?
Anteater.
Anteater.
He's full of magical stuff, and every ant gives him more magic.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, I just made that up.
So if
Out of
he,
your old noggin.
Yeah, when you're thinking like
Right
what?
here. You just saw the magic happen.
Well,
Yeah.
You get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, why can't I work at Wizards? You gotta come up with stuff like that.
so if he eats fire ants, then he can
That's
cast.
because fire magic.
Ah, right.
Like a fire spelly thing. Can't
And
think of any right now, but some type of fire spells.
And we got a
This is Giraffe Man.
direct.
He's a barbarian. He has a magical axe that just kind of glitters a little bit. Doesn't really do anything, just kind of sparkles.
I
Did
would.
you just come up with Giraffe Man? Like
Yeah.
his name's Giraffe
His
Man?
name's like He-Man, Giraffe
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's
Can
good.
we mention that product? That's another product.
Man.
Is that Mattel? Can we say that?
We can.
Sorry,
we can.
Hasbro.
Yes.
Why don't we do it again?
There he is.
All right. I wouldn't have bought it except with the nipples. Now I know he's a
See,
giraffe man.
There was
Yeah.
one of those points where it was a make or break scenario. and
I
made
like
it.
his sandals. Those
Yeah, they're
are,
little like slippery things.
All right. Well, thank you all for your answers there.
I would have given him like a big Conan mane instead of this like, wow!
I'll make edits. Don't worry.
W.
Yeah, I was gonna as
With a small correction fee.
as Chats pointed out. Jeffrey's pissed at Toys R Us got shut down.
Well, he's looking for work. This is his new gig.
He's changed his whole entire persona.
Yes. It's a new one.
He's going after those investors.
Oh, they won't sue.
So, moving right along. So for the last question, we wanted to do something a little bit different. So so pretty much to date for Dungeons and Doodles, it's been we're going to throw out a topic, draw the answer, and showcase them. But I have a personal desire to learn how to draw. I know a lot of folks are interested in drawing as well. So we thought we would change things up here and ask for the last question. Instead of doing it concurrently, it would be a bit consecutively here. It would be teach me how to draw a blank. So if you're interested in learning how to draw to doodle yourself, we wanted to ask each of our artists in turn to maybe pick a favorite or iconic D&D monster that you like to draw or that you've instructed others how to draw, and kind of talk us through if you were going to draw a blank, how would you go about it? So should we go in order here on down the line, or
either way.
okay?
Apparently, I'm starting.
If you're comfortable,
I
with
can go. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
And then
let's start with Stan.
So everyone else like, yeah, Stan can do that. All right, I'm going to start with dragon.
Okay.
Because if you ever get a book that we pass around to sign, I just do a quick wiggity dragon signed in each book, because I figured out the way that I do that really super fast. And I'm just focusing on the head of the dragon. I don't going to get into bodies. It's a lot more difficult. But so we're going to start. Almost everything is done in shape. So the dragon, for what I'm doing, starts kind of with a rectangle like that, and that's going to be the nose. We're going to go out and come down, and from here.
So yeah, we've got the overhead camera on you.
Right.
I know it's a little faint just because it's a bit far away, but we'll please do continue talking through it, and we'll showcase the final.
Do you want me
come around?
Do you want me to pantomime over?
No, it's okay. And then come down, and we've got a mouth. Now, the good thing about this is you can go with any kind of dragon. If you really care and you remember what the fins are like, you can go specific. But if you don't, you put a little wiggles on the back, and you got a dragon.
It actually is coming in pretty clear. So
Yeah? Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a mouth, and then we give him eyes. Now, here's where you can get really creative. You can give him angry eyes like that, or you can give him a couple of goofy eyes if you want him to be happy. You can also pull this mouth up into a smile if you want him to be happy.
Well, now he's smiling.
Right, so I guess we're going to give him goofy eyes here. I'm going to go over there. Come in and give him some teeth. Maybe a couple of horns. And you've got a dragon head.
All right.
Do the same thing, come around, do like that. On there, give him angry.
That one's scary.
Red horn, a few things. Arg, arg, he's an angry dragon. Yeah, so you've got your basic pieces are a long rectangle with a shorter rectangle coming off the bottom for the open mouth, and then you go to town and find your own way.
So shapes. You're starting with some basic shapes.
Everything's going to be basic shapes.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a quick lesson for doodling a dragon. So yeah, next time you're at your game table listening to your Dungeon Master read box text, you can be doodling out as you go along.
Yeah.
Tyler,
There, did that
Richard,
help you guys? Now you go. What do you do?
See if I can steal what Richard's planning. Yes. Because I was planning a dragon.
Well, I mean, if you've got a different kind of dragon, that's the other thing.
It's too late.
All
Gotta
right,
move on.
sorry.
Moving on. Rolling with the punches. I was going to do a goblin.
Okay.
And I also start with a shape, and it's the nose.
I was going to do a goblin.
Good.
All right. Well, you better start thinking.
Go ahead. Okay, I mean, goblins come in all shapes and sizes, but I like to get a nice big old schnoz out front with nostrils. And then my favorite thing on goblins is to give them way more teeth than they could ever have. So
That's
give
no
them
problem.
a big old grin. And we're just going to have tons of little sharp teeth. So that's just a whole bunch of little sharp shapes. You gotta have them overlap a little bit. So he's kind of smiling, so I guess we'll make him happy. Then I give him little gnarly lips.
It's good to be a goblin.
Maybe he's got, like, who knows, stuff on his nose.
Ew.
Maybe he's got a little scar on his nose. Maybe he's got a little chin, like Bruce Campbell chin. It's pretty good. If I don't say so myself. Then I like to give goblins little beady eyes.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And then we'll give them a little fez. Or a hat. Maybe it's a hat.
He's dapper.
And then
He's going to a goblin party.
nice big triangular ears. Oh, he's got to have an earring too. Maybe a few. Give him just a little speck of a pupil.
It's not like that. He's fancy.
And some hair.
As pointed out, happy little goblins.
He's gonna have a little scar.
Very Bob Ross kind of.
going right here.
Happy little goblin in the corner there. Maybe he's going to a goblin
Oh,
party.
he's messed up.
He's messed up. He's been through a lot of fights. Causes a lot of problems in all the bars. He's got like big notch out of his ear.
We made a joke about a giraffe. We didn't expect
That's right.
Yeah.
Giraffe Man to be right behind him.
Giraffe Man's always there. You least expect it. He's got a little messed up lip too.
That's owned by us now, by the way.
I know.
Right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
A lot of my stuff's owned
the-
by you guys.
Giraffe Man game is already under development as we speak.
Just for a close look, we put up the dragon doodle.
Yeah. Look at that. Got
Nah.
squares and eyes. It's all about the squares and the eyes.
There we go. I'm just going to do the head of the goblin because the rest will take forever.
Look at him.
Oh, maybe he's got a little
Chin hairs.
chin hairs. He hasn't shaved this week.
You're getting Bob Ross.
Try my best. There he is.
Maybe
Nice.
he's hungry. He's
Glocklork.
getting ready to go out for some dinner.
Gluckler.
Glocklork. There we go.
All right.
All
That's
right.
a goblin.
So,
All right, Richard, what are you going to do?
It's down to you.
I'm going to do a bugbear.
Ooh.
I'm going to base it off this sketch
Now,
that Adam did on the clipboard
Oh,
from
look at
last
that.
time.
He left that for you to
You're gonna
inspire you.
trace.
so here we'll put up before we jump over. We'll put up a quick look at the Gerblin.
That's me.
Yes. Well, can't you see the hairs on the chin? The hairs on the chin are just. He's all teeth and nose. It's,
There's the goblin. And
All right, Richie, show him how to trace.
All right, this is
Show us
like
a bugbear.
or something. So I'll tell you guys some other stuff. First of all, I sketch you with a pencil first. And if you're drawing stuff, there's a lot of people who like sketch it light with a pencil first or something like that. So that's one of the that's one of
I think,
the
in
tips.
fact, if you notice, I think all of us do that, even here.
Yeah.
Like we do a quick block out of shapes of what we want it to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's down there, and then we can go in with a.
Yeah, then you go in and sort of detail it out. So I'll do like quick sketchy with a pencil, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Just to get like, okay, this is where I'm placing this stuff. And this guy, like I said, we'll make him like a bugbear-ish or something like that. So you probably can't see this on the overhead camera or
Oh,
whatever.
we can.
But, oh, you can a little
It's
bit.
just a little flat, like it's kind of like
It's a new
it's like
camera.
it's compressed.
It's our fancy new camera.
As always, we're working to upgrade our cameras and our camera angles, and so I think Dungeons and Doodles helps push the envelope of what we can get on this.
All right.
So you can't see it, but yeah, there's a little sketchy, and that's sort of that gets the basic stuff. And then I'll go in. Now, like I said, you could do this in ink, or you could just do light pencil sketches, and then sort of do darker pencil sketch when you're ready. But the idea of like feeling it out first is a good way to just sort of save yourself.
The other option is just never make mistakes.
Yeah. Which is usually, well, typically that's what you and I do.
Yeah.
And Stan too.
So I just expect the mistakes and just roll with it. Right.
It's good to improvise
Right.
through the mistakes.
That's how my dragon became a goblin.
That's a story in itself.
That's right.
Now I had a way better sketchy idea for a goblin, but Tyler kind of stole the idea. But then Stan.
But I stole the dragon idea.
Yeah, you stole the dragon idea. So this is another thing about art. If you get into art, is it's super
Everyone's out to get you.
So when you get
Bart
into
was going to draw a bugbear, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I can draw, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll just sign my name to that and say I did.
Yeah, and that's the stuff. Like Stan and Tyler and we're not like peers or anything. We are enemies.
Yeah, it's dog eat dog.
Yeah. It's
No
like,
friends allowed in this business.
No, there's really not. But
Just
then
giraffe man versus giraffe man.
Till the last giraffe man lives.
Yeah. But you got to do public appearance stuff too. So then you're like, hey, friend, you know, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You learn to be fake real quick.
Yes. Yeah. Super helpful in the art world. Just don't
It's
be
so
real.
good to see you.
Because every time I come in, it's a delight.
So Richard's instructions for this doodle have been about the backstabbing this business side of things.
But I would say that, yeah, sketch out roughy shapes and stuff like that, and kind of find out what you want to do, and then just like detail it in.
Oh, he's got one eye. He's like Odin.
Yeah. And then his name will be Pelham.
Pelham?
Pelham. Yeah, that sounds like a cool name.
That top camera's positioned just perfect to see that none of us are wearing pants.
That's why we need a table with a draping tablecloth.
Woo!
I'm looking, you've left a drawing for future.
Yes.
All right, so we're looking at Richard's bugbear now.
Oh, one of yours off. See, this is yeah. You should also stand back.
So you just make a bunch of shapes and
Yeah, it's full of mistakes.
See, it's a competition. It's a constant competition.
Well, there you have it, folks. We are right at we're at 3:02 actually. So again, appreciate you spending the last hour with here on the Dragon Plus live stream for another monthly Dungeons and Doodles episode. As always, thank you to our guests Stan, Richard, and Tyler. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, thanks to everyone who takes the time out of your schedule to tune in. Hope you appreciated it. Stan and I had talked about experimenting with that last question about learning to draw and learning to doodle, so we might do a bit of an extended series of that in a future live stream as well.
Sounds like fun.
And as always, thank you to our followers, our subscribers. Thank you so much to our moderators as well. Please do stick around. At 3:30, we'll be back for D&D News with Greg Tito. And Dice Camera Action today will be a bit of a special episode in advance of the crossover event this weekend. The Dice Camera Action folks will be doing a bit of Q&A within the group. So if you have questions,
that's neat.
Yeah,
I'm tuning in for that.
they're coming up on episode 100, and
Wow.
so they wanted to have a bit of a conversation with the community for today's Dice Camera Action. So please return for that. Cool. Thanks again, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, Bart.
Ah.
Bye.